Alright, you guys, I just washed my face. I'm getting ready. Today is the first official sound bath, and I'm gonna take you with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the clip of what the actual sound bath looked like today. It was truly a beautiful experience, and I thought that it was important that I shared with my upcoming business owners and others that are trying to create something for themselves. I thought it was important to talk about the days leading up to it, the actual sound bath experience itself, and then how I feel now after the sound bath. So, leading up to the actual official sound bath, I didn't practice as much as I intended to, and that was because I could find myself, getting caught up in other things. I am a full time college student right now, so I'm focusing on getting my school done, my classes done, my schoolwork, and things like that. And honestly, I could find myself feeling nervous. So as soon as I would think about having a sound bath on the 13th, which is today, I feel like that little pit in my stomach. And not a pit of like worry, but just nervousness. Nervousness of like, how is it gonna go? Am I gonna be prepared? And things like that. And leading up to the sound bath, I had actually only practiced my full session one time because deep down, I know that it's gonna work out good. I know that my intuition is my guide. So that is what drove me, and that is what delivered this beautiful sound experience. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. During the sound bath, um, I'm still working on knowing what to say in regards to opening the actual sound bath experience. I do want to talk about the seven chakras. My family recommended that I talk about what exactly sound bowls came from, which I do have a post on my Instagram, Earth Tone Vibrations, if you guys want to follow that. And should talk about that as well, right? Yeah. So, the people that attended my very first sound bath was my aunt, my dad, and my grandma. My mom was the one that recorded. And I think it was very important that I had them attend because my aunt, she had been to about 6 or so sound bowls. My dad has attended zero, and my aunt has also, my grandmother, my grandma has also attended zero. So it's good to see different perspectives. My dad as a man, my aunt as somebody who has experienced sound bowls, sound baths, and my grandma, who is an older lady, to see how her body reacts to that. Another thing is, I was a little bit nervous because the way that I see my aunt, I love her to death, and I know that that lady is brutally honest and she will tell you exactly how it is. So I was like, ooh, it's a good thing that she's going to tell me what I need to know. And at the same time, I was like, am I ready for that? Well, the truth is, you are always ready for that, okay? So, yeah. And during the sound bowl experience, it was honestly really relaxing. I felt like it was natural. I felt like the flow was good, and multitasking with the bowls and changing the instruments and things like that. It did feel like it came easy, honestly. And I did make a couple mistakes. For example, I would have the mallet go a little bit too fast, which then it would create a very, very loud tone. And a lot of people tend to prefer the more quieter ones. Um, but I guess that also comes from preference, right? Yeah. I did scrape the bowls a couple times with the mallets just because I'm focusing on one bowl, trying to turn the other one, and sometimes it gets a little too low, a little too high, or sometimes I'll turn it into the angle and it goes like a little bit. So that was that. And it all comes with practice, it all comes with experience, and it all comes as part of the process. And I know that as I continue this journey, as I continue this business and doing the sound bath and continue being of service to others, it's all just going to work out perfectly. So now I want to talk about after and what I plan to continue doing, being that I've actually officially had my first sound bath. So as the sound bath ended, I felt so much relief, and I felt at the same time anticipation because I was not sure about what my aunt was actually going to say. My dad is also honest. I just Whenever I think about brutally honest, my aunt just pops up into my head. And so as it ended, I told everybody like, welcome back. Start moving your toes, moving your fingers, moving your head, move on your side, whatever's comfy to you. And I also offer tea, loose leaf teas, in which I do want to start growing at my own house at some point, or maybe even just supporting a local business. I am based in Sacramento. And so today I offered chamomile tea. So when as soon as my aunt came up, she told me the words, "Bria, that was wonderful. You did such a great job." And immediately I almost cried because I know I do feel pretty confident doing the sound bowls. It's just, you don't know how it is in the perspective of others. And, I played my best, I played my hardest, and I did what I could do to the best of my abilities. And, that's just all that life asks for. That's all that the universe asks for, right? And so hearing those words, it was just so reaffirming to me that I am exactly where I'm supposed to be and that it is just all working out. My dad, he said that it was a wonderful experience. He related that experience to him getting a massage, like a foot massage or a body massage, except it was internal, right? And that's kind of what I relate a sound bath to anyways. It's like a spa for the internal body, for the energetic body, which is really good. Um and yeah, and I also did ask them to give me feedback of like pros and cons from my I have it in my little journal over here just so that I can see exactly what it is that I can work on or note for next time. For example, I forgot to mention, just because, it's my family and there's some things that you do forget to mention, is turning off like ringtones and things like that. Because in the middle of it, my dad's phone went off, which is hilarious, right? And then my watch, because I wanted to keep the time, my watch dinged, my mom's watch dinged, my grandma's phone went off. So, e- like even with the rings, it was still a beautiful immersive experience. So just imagine how it is without it. Yeah. And so to wrap it up, I just want to tell social media and just I'm so grateful for this experience and for these opportunities. I feel like things are perfectly aligning and they always are. And it's okay to be nervous because you're doing something new, because you're opening doors to brand new horizons. You're allowing yourself to step into a new you, a better you, a higher you, right? And so that might be nerve-wracking because there's so much possibilities. There's so much possibilities, and that's the beautiful part of it. Um yeah. So in the future, or I'm going to continue to be doing sound sessions for right now for free. I'm going to probably do some for friends, for other close family members, just so I can get the word out there, so I can allow people to experience. And maybe I'll have like monthly sound sessions with certain people. So, like, for example, if they went Saturday, I'm like, okay, you can do October 19th next Saturday, that Saturday at whatever o'clock, and then have it like a monthly subscription type of thing. I also would love to play like do sound baths for assistant living, mental health facilities, yoga studio, hospitals, things like that, because it's just the deep inner peace that is offered and that is given in these moments. I think it's something so beautiful and that should be shared with others and should be shared with individuals that are willing and that are wanting it, right? And sometimes you don't even know that you want it until you experience it for yourself. And yeah, so that is my first Sambo experience. If you all stayed for this long, thank you so much for watching this video. I am so grateful from the bottom of my heart. Um, I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day, you have a beautiful rest of your week, and I will try to get this video up as fast as I can. If you want to keep in touch, maybe share advice, maybe you're a small business owner, you can text me on my Instagram or Tone Vibrations. You can text me on YouTube if you can do that. I'm not sure. I don't really know how this works that much, but I'm figuring it out. Things like that. So, yeah. Thank you for coming with me on this journey. If you want, you can like the video, subscribe. I'm going to continue to post. I'm going to try to be a bit more consistent than I've been. And yeah, so thank you so much. Take care.